Do you know the Glasgow line I'm most terrified of? You call me a liar, pal. Ooh, I remember it from my childhood, all these heavies. With the high forehead and a big stick with a nail in it. Me or you. When people say you were brought up in Glasgow, Mr. Connolly, and wasn't there in tenement life, wasn't there a great sense of community? See, aye. When there's 65 of you sharing the toilet, it kind of breeds a sense of community, you know. You never get a cold seat for a start.
Right. The guy goes into the Optician. It's a toy, no. He says, Jimmy, you're an optician and that. He says, I am an optician, and I've been working all day and it's 6 o'clock. What the hell are you doing in here at this time of night? He says, I want my eyes tested and that. I think I need the Gregory's, no, Gregory Peck's back and that, no. It's good, isn't it? The eyes and that, no, I want the glasses and that. He says, look, I've got, oh, to hell. He says, look, stand in that line over there, cover your left eye with your right hand and read the card, will you? And I'll take, sorry? For God's sake, he said, it's simple enough. You stand in the red line there, cover your left eye with your right hand and read the card on the wall. He turns in the guy, he's farting about with his hands like that. He says, oh, for God's sake. Oh, here, wait a minute. And he goes in the back room and comes out with a cornflakes box. And he cuts a hole at the left eye and puts it over his head. He says, right, read the card, will you? And the wee guy starts to greet inside the box. I said, what's wrong with you now? He says, I wanted the wee rune ones like John Lennon. Imagine him turning up at a party with a box in the head. Change into another box, that's my reading one. A black box for the evening wear. Hey, what was I going to do? Oh, I remember. I'll tell you a wee joke. And you can laugh if you like, but it's not going to be in the record. They'd never put this in the record. There's a sweary word in it. I'll warn you. Right? So that a body is found in a church and the police come up. Could you get the man who knows how it happened, the fellow who found the body? You know, the policeman's official tone. Yes, I'd like to inquire as to who found the body. And they said, oh, it's the hall-keeper, I'll just get him. And the hall-keeper comes out, he's a right scruff. Hello, what seems to be the soapy bubble and that trouble, know what I mean? He says, the police says, are you the fellow who found the cadaver? And he says, well, I'm partly. He says, what do you mean partly? He says, well, it was alive the first time I saw it. And then it was dead. He says, could you explain that? He says, well, I've got a theory about this fella dying, he says. Because I walked into the church and I saw him, he was up in the altar and he was reading the Bible. And I said, oh, what the fuck are you doing there? And he collapsed and died, and you know something? I think he thought that was the voice of the Lord. That's a stoter, isn't it? We're going to talk about death. Just to cheer you up, you know what I mean? Dead. And us Scots have a peculiar idea of death and funerals. And as a matter of fact, there's an old saying, there's more fun at a Glasgow funeral than there is at an Edinburgh wedding. And it's, and I largely hold this to be true. You know, especially after the guy or the woman is buried in a way, or burnt and that. Not burnt, cremated. Disposed of. You get her home in a salt cellar, you know. But the party afterwards, great. It's funny, they're all mourning at first. Terrible, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, here, have a large one for a start, we'll see what happens. At the end of it, they've forgotten who it was, you know, they're all dying. See, death has always fascinated me. My own, in particular. Not so much the process of dying. I always wondered where I was going to be when it happened, you know. You can get really caught if you die in the wrong place, can't you? Can't you say it wasn't you? So you have to say the bit of stuff. See if I die in here, will you put my trousers on and throw me out the window? Write a suicide note for me and throw me out the window. Right. But this death thing, and especially cremation, being burny-wurned, I don't fancy that much. I used to think it, well, I went to a funeral once, a burying one, and I thought, my God, what a terrible thing to do to people. It looks horrendous when you're really at one, you know. And then, right after that, I went to cremation. Somebody else had died and I went away up. And that intrigued me because they put the coffin on a plinth thing and the minister was over on the other side. And I had no idea, I'd never been to one before, you know. And I was watching the coffin and I said, I wonder what happens to it. I mean, surely God, they don't set fire to it right in front of you, you know. So it's sitting there on this thing. And the minister says, well, we'll have some prayers now. Let us pray. O God, who is high in heaven, take our friend into your hands and show him. And I looked back, it was away. I said, oh, come on, what happened? And I was feared to ask everybody. I didn't want to appear naive. But obviously it went into this thing down to the vaults below. So I thought, I felt a bit cheated. And I waited and I waited and I waited. And eventually somebody else died. And I went... and I went up to that crematorium. I said, right, I'm going to watch this time. So I'm watching both of them. So I'm not going to be conned with this prayers bit into looking away. And this was a different kind. The coffin didn't go down. It went along a ramp thing. You know, like in a factory. So it's sitting there, and I'm watching both of them. Let us pray. I said, right, here we go. Oh God, who's high in heaven, please take our dearly beloved and make a home for him in your heavenly... I thought, you wee hypocrite. He didn't even look at the button. Just like, bonk, right, oh, expert. He's done about 14 that day, you see. And away it went, and I went through a curtain. The curtain shut. I was listening. Nothing. And I was expecting a wee man to come through the curtain and go, you got a match? Well, you see, and the whole thing was quite horrific. It was raining outside, and I come out feeling lousy. Oh, what? And I think they could do a lot to cheer the place up. I mean, they're supposed to believe the guy's gone to heaven, aren't they? I mean, surely they should be quite happy about that. But no, it's all weary Welly. Get away here to eat sausage rolls that you don't even like. They could do a poster campaign. Come on in, folks! You know, come and see Elizabeth Fry! You know, a wee bit of humour injected into it. Come on in and watch Robert Browning! You know, come and see Captain Cook. Come and watch how Robbie burns, you know. You cheer it up. Crematorium. This is a song about it. Just to cheer it up a bit, because you're all going, baby. Just to cheer you up. We're all going to... No! You're not getting me. No, I'm going to be... See if I'm ever sick like that, I'm going to get 20 sticks of dynamite under me. And they're not getting their hands on me in these places. No way. Hey, do you want to see Billy Curly's Welly? Come on in. These wee undertakers. There it's...